How's it going, Rebels? Today we're going to go over revision clouds and how to cloud and select when to turn them off, turn them back on, and show the tags. So you're going to want to go into a view, what you want to cloud. Let's say this island is going to be a new revision. You're going to go to Annotate. And here you're going to select Revision Cloud. It defaults to this box. This is Revit 2015. It's a new feature. 14 was pretty slim on features. Now we can actually draw, have a few options on how we can make the cloud. So this box feature is probably what you're going to use the most. So you simply draw your box, and it goes ahead and creates the loops like you're used to seeing, the arcs. Now, when you're finished, you can still draw multiple clouds. You're kind of in a cloud mode at this point, so you can select a line and just go piece at a time, or you can make an actual cute, pretty box like I did. When you're done, you hit the green check, and now you've got cloud. Now, to tag this with a triangle, you're going to need to actually go to tag. We're going to try to, I think I've already loaded it into our template. So when you open a job, you should have one loaded. This is an older job, so if you click on it, it's going to actually say there's no tag. It's really easy to find. You go to Annotations, scroll down to Revision Tag. And just like most tags in Revit, it's a smart tag. So it's going to know what you're grabbing. There you go. Now, a cool feature is, even though we've clouded this view, it's not showing up in the border. And in CAD, you would usually have to hand enter the details. But if we go to the view that matches this, now you can see in the border, it's auto inserted or revision. Now, by default, Revit had no idea what date to put or what revision number, so it's set to just a general date, general revision, or even a number. So your border, most borders from the architect will have this already set up to pull data from your view. So there's two different ways this border can show your Revit numbers on the sheet. Some architects prefer the entire project to be numbered, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 universally across all sheets. And other architects prefer the numbering to just be per sheet. So just the clouds we put on this sheet would be numbered 1, 2, 3 consecutively just in this sheet. And there's a way to alter the numbering so that we can do that. It's hidden under Manage at the top, and you'll go to Additional Settings. And in here, you will find Sheet Issues and Revisions. Here is where you can hand enter what you want to show up on your borders or what you want to be associated with those clouds. So date, and then any convention, a dash or a backslash. And then description, it may be topped out, it may be all uppercase. But whatever you place into here will be associated with that cloud that you had. And then hit apply. A cool feature here is also your arc link. So you can universally across the entire job change how the arcs look on your project. And if you look here, our loops just got smaller. Loops, arcs. I think default's 3/4. There we go. To add multiple revisions, all you need to do is hit this add, and if you know ahead of time there's going to be 5 revisions, you can take the time to go ahead and insert them now. Now this is for the entire project. This is not just our view. So it's set to cloud and tag. So visible in the entire job is the cloud and the tag. Let me zoom out so you can see the tag. There you go. Now, let me go back to manage, settings, revisions. You can set this as issued. By doing that, no one else can draw clouds associated with this revision number. So if you draw another cloud or another drawing, or somebody else comes into your model, it's going to grab the first one on this list, which is going to be revision 2. So once you check mark issued, it more or less locks down that cloud. And then if you want to hide the cloud now that it's been issued, this is where you would do it. When you click inside the box here under show, it gives you a drop down, and you get a choice between just leaving the tags on all the drawings, which would be this situation. Some architects prefer you to at least leave a little note that something's been altered, or you can actually choose nothing, just totally get rid of all evidence of it. But it's still on the drawing, it's still there. You can come back later and enable it, turn it on the cloud and the tag, and you still have a reference of what you've done. This is also where you would decide on the sheet how the numbering convention is set up on the revisions. So you can actually, under numbering here, set it to per sheet. It's got a little warning letting you know that. But what that's going to do is your views that are on your sheet, as you draw clouds, it's going to look at the order of the ones you've drawn. So let's say you do revision 1, you skip 2, and you do 3 as the next one. Well, on the sheet, actually, let's just go ahead and do that. 12, 5, 15, revision 3. Okay, so we'll turn this back on. So now we got 3 revisions, 1, 2, and 3, and they're numbered 1, 2, and 3. But we've set it to be per sheet, not per project. So we'll hit apply. So now all the sheets know that. So let's draw another cloud in this view. Or actually, we'll change this existing cloud that we had. You can go through the drawing, through the view, or I like to actually go to the modeling space. Oh, we drew them at the same time. Can't do that. I forgot we drew them. So we'll just draw a new one. Annotate, revision, the center bay. There we go. And while you're drawing this, under your properties, revision is an option under this cloud, and you can select revision 3. And we'll check mark that we're done. Or at any time, you can come back later and just highlight it. And if you look at your properties tab, you've got a drop-down box of all the revisions we had hand entered earlier in the revision settings. So I had set this one to 3, so when I tag it, it's a smart tag. Look at that. Now in properties, I've got it set to sequence 3 to revision 3. But on this sheet, on this view, it's changed it to 2. So it knows it's only the second one shown in this drawing. So it's overrode that we've called it 3. So now if we go back to our sheet view, we've got our original 1, 1, and then it renumbered our revision 3 as 2, and then we'll come to the border. Look at that. Revision 3. Anything else you may need? Sometimes you may have an issue with the thickness of this cloud. A quick fix on that would be under Manage. You can go to Object Styles, go to Annotation, because it's paper space more or less for all you CAD people out there. And all the way down towards the bottom, you'll find Revision Clouds. Keep it about a 5 or a 6, make it thick. And the tags, 5 or 6, make it thick. It'll print well and it'll look good on the drawing. The key thing is that you have to remember this revision's hidden under Manage Additional Settings to get back into here. you have any more questions, feel free to shoot me an email, and we'll work on the subject for next time. Okay, Rebels, I'm back. Turns out that there were a few items we didn't finish with, so let's do part 2 of revision clouds. This particular border did not change as we talked about, because on the screen, on our view, it says 2 here. Well, this particular architect's border that we're using, they cared about the issue, not the revision. So the border's set not to update. So you got to be careful with what your architect's going to expect. But just to show you that it works, I could override that. And then this by column, we didn't fill out these initials. So let me show you where to do that real quick. Manage, additional settings. Issue revisions, there's an issued by column. So plug that in and should update all the borders that have clouds. There we go. As you can see, that happened. And then it's a smart border. It's looking for a certain criteria. So for this issue, what they're actually looking for is this sequence number. That's what it's pulling into the border, the sequence number, not the revision triangle number that we had shown on this view. So to show you that it works, we can rip into the border, change this issue criteria to go from sequence to number, change it to issue, and we'll load it into our job. There we go. See? 1, 2. And even though it's revision 3, it knows on the page what we're playing with, and it changes. So any more clouds we do from here on out, this sheet will be numbered in sequence, not the entire job. I hope that clears up any questions you may have, and I'll catch you on the next video.